Ladies and gentlemen, Primetime CP23 here, back with another Diablo 3 video. Today we're taking a look at the starter build guide for the Witch Doctor Season 14. Once again, patch 2.6.1. I believe they put an A on the end of it this season. But the Witch Doctor is going to be starting off with the Zuni Mosses set this season. I do have two ancient pieces of Zuni Mosses. Decent pieces, so I figured I'd just rock a Ring of Royal Grandeur, as you can see here, in the cube, so that we still get the full 4-piece bonus. So for the 4-piece bonus, you're going to take a lot less damage for every fetish you have alive, and your fetish army is going to last forever. So basically, we've got a lot of these little dagger guys. Once we get into the rift, you're going to see that we're going to gain even more of them because of the fetish sycophants passive. For skills, we're going to be using Haunt with Lingering Spirit, simply because it's a good spell. You can kind of cast it as you go. It's not something that's going to take a lot of energy. Basically, this build, the pets do everything for you. As you can see in the gameplay, which should be up there in the other corner, when it gets to the Rift Guardian, I literally don't even cast Haunt. I just stand there and let my pets kill it. The pets kill the Guardian by themselves. So that kind of tells you what's going on. We are using Summon Zombie Dogs with Lifelink, so that the dogs absorb 10% of all the damage done to you. We get a total of 4 Zombie Dogs, so that's 40% of the damage that's dealt to us. Instead gets redirected to the dogs. Soul Harvest with the Languish Rune, which is going to increase our armor for each enemy we've harvested up to 5 stacks. So just more toughness. Gargantuan with Humungoid is pretty much the main damage dealer of the build. Of course, the Fetish Sycophants do a lot also. Spirit Walk with Jaunt just gives you an extra second to run around and not be touched, which is always nice. And finally, Fetish Army with Legion of Daggers. For passives, we're using Confidence Ritual, deal 25% additional damage to enemies within 20 yards. Midnight Feast, more zombie dogs, and our zombie dogs and Gargantuan deal 50% more damage. Pierce the Veil. This is going to buff all of your damage, but increase your mana costs. That's not a huge deal. And Fetish Sycophants. When you hit an enemy, you have a 15% chance to summon a dagger-wielding fetish to your side for 60 seconds. So, all that. Yellow gear only with marquee level gems. As for what you're going to be rolling for in the cube, you are going to be rolling for a Mask of Jaram at level 34, I believe is the first level you can get it. Yep. So you're going to save your blood shards to level 34, at which time you are going to hope and pray you get a Mask of Jaram. You will have less than a 25% chance to get it, but at the same time, if you get a Quasicoatl, then you're basically just going to build towards Jade, and then kind of come back to pets as you go, you know. And then, of course, if you get a Carnival, not a huge deal. Split Tusk would kind of suck, but that's just how life goes sometimes. And finally, so like I said, we are using a Mask of Jaram in the cube. so that pets deal an additional 200% increased damage. And of course, as I mentioned, a Ring of Royal Grandeur. Paragon, no beneficial Paragon, only 50 points of movement speed because it's painful doing these rifts without movement speed. So, but ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's video. As you can see, we've got a whole little army here. Here, I'll take you to an area here so that you can see what happens when you get more and more fetishes. So as you can see, this is Torment 5. This is a higher difficulty than a GR20 is. So take that for what you will. You are pretty squishy if you don't have Soul Harvest up. But again, you can see that Juggernaut just kind of get melted once we start focusing on him. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's video. If you have any questions or would like more information on the D3 planner that we just used a few seconds ago in the video, I will make sure and leave the description down below. So ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this is Primetime CP23, and I'm out.